Good evening, everyone. Tonight, I have a story for you. It's a true story, shared with me by a man named Marco. It's about his uncle, Uncle Hernan, a man defined by two powerful forces, faith and pain. Every year, as Semana Santa, or Holy Week, approached, a quiet transformation would come over Uncle Hernan. He was one of the penitents, the faithful who believe that physical suffering can be a bridge to salvation. He would join the processions, his back bare, whipping himself until his white shirt was stained crimson. He saw each strike not as an act of self-harm, but as a penance, a way to cleanse his soul of its sins. You might think we would try to stop him. But we didn't. In our world, this was a sacred vow. We were part of his ritual. As a young boy, Marco's job was to carry the *Belios*, the whip itself, crafted from bamboo sticks bound together. His cousins were tasked with carrying water and raw eggs. Offerings meant for spiritual cleansing that people would give to the penitents along their route. Every Good Friday, our small town would fall into a profound silence. The usual sounds of life children playing, vendors calling out, the rumble of tricycles would all fade away. The only sound that dared to break the stillness was the sharp, rhythmic crack of the whip against flesh, echoing through the empty streets. It was the soundtrack to my uncle's devotion, a sound that became as much a part of Holy Week as the prayers and processions. But one year, everything changed. 3 days before Holy Week was set to begin, Uncle Hernan passed away. He had been battling cancer, a quiet, internal suffering that stood in stark contrast to his loud, public penance. That year, there was no penitent from our family marching in the streets. The house, usually bustling with preparations for the ritual, was somber. Instead of a man preparing for his annual sacrifice, there was only his coffin, lying still and silent in the center of our living room. The whip, the *Belios*, was stored away, its purpose seemingly ended. The first night of the wake, as we kept vigil, something pierced the heavy silence. It was a faint sound, at first almost imperceptible, but then it grew clearer, more distinct. It was the unmistakable *thwack* of a whip. The same sound, the same steady, haunting rhythm we knew so well. Everyone in the room froze. Eyes darted around, searching for the source. The sound wasn't coming from outside. It was coming from inside the house. A cold dread washed over us. My father and my other uncles immediately began to search. They checked every corner of Uncle Hernan's room, under his bed, inside his old wooden cabinet, even in the dusty chest where he kept his old belongings. They were looking for the whip, the *Bulyos*, but it was gone. It wasn't where we had left it. The search turned up nothing, and the sound eventually faded, leaving us in a deeper, more unnerving silence than before. The next morning, the mystery deepened. There it was, lying starkly on the small table in Uncle Hernan's now empty room. The *Belios*. It had reappeared as mysteriously as it had vanished. But that wasn't the most chilling part. It was covered in something dark and wet. It was fresh blood. The blood glistened under the morning light, still tacky to the touch. Whose blood was it? How did it get there? We had no answers, only a growing fear that settled deep in our bones. And from that year on, the phenomenon has never stopped. Every Good Friday, like clockwork, the sound returns. It always comes from his old room. Always the same steady, rhythmic whipping, echoing softly through the walls, as if from a great distance. We've learned to expect it. It has become a part of our Holy Week tradition, a ghostly continuation of my uncle's vow. We no longer search for the whip. We no longer question the source of the sound. When we hear it, we simply stop what we're doing. We kneel down, light a candle, and begin to pray the rosary. And in the quiet spaces between the Hail Marys, we whisper the same prayer for him, year after year. A plea to the spirit of a man who could not let go of his pain. Rest now, Uncle Hernan, we say. Please, rest now. You've suffered enough. Thank you for listening to Marco's story tonight. It's a reminder that some beliefs, and perhaps some souls, are bound so tightly to this world that not even death can break their bonds. If you found this story as chilling as I did, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more tales from the shadows. Stay safe and have a peaceful night.